Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Soji Fagade, and I am your host on Common Ye Spurs TV. Common Ye Spurs TV is a new program that we've kind of launched essentially today. This is the very, very first episode of Common Ye Spurs TV. It's a TV show which we're running via YouTube. And how did I come about this? I mean, I'm a member of a Spurs forum on online, and we have a WhatsApp group that's called the Naija Spurs Forum. And on that forum, we have so many people who are so passionate about Spurs, and there seems to be this lack of availability of that point of view, if you like, um, in the world of Spurs news. So we just thought we would bring a bit of a flavor of Nigerian Spurs into the global marketplace, if you like. And yeah, that's the whole um, uh, vibe behind it, you know. And yeah, so today what we're doing is that we're trying to how am I going to put this now? We're trying to sort of get as much of that vibe out, right? I mean, my background is, I work in media, I'm a lawyer, and all of that. So, but I so love Spurs. I've been watching Spurs from when I was a little kid, and I've been doing that for well over 50 years now. So that's giving away my age. I didn't mean to, but hey, but yeah. So we'll have guests on the program, and today for the very first edition, I have my good friend Chuma. Chuma is part of the Nigeria Spurs family, and Chuma is a walking encyclopedia of Spurs. Is so knowledgeable. I'll let Chuma introduce himself. Chuma, please do introduce yourself. Do the honors, please.
All right, good afternoon, Spurs, gentlemen, ladies, boys, and girls. I'm Chuma. Um, I've been a Spurs fan for over 30 years now. Also showing my age. I look younger. I look younger than my age, so bear with me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have. I found the secret to eternal life. Though I'm starting to go a bit grey because I'm a Spurs fan, so people will understand. Uh, But yeah, no, I've loved Spurs for decades and decades and decades. Spurs haven't loved me back. It's not been the reciprocity hasn't really been there, but I've loved the football. I love the style of play, and it was my. I think it's been probably one of the greatest things in my life to discover Nigerian Spurs fans because in Nigeria as a country, for those of us from there and those of us who are um, involved with people from Nigeria, it's dominated by certain other teams, which we will not mention on this forum, and especially two other London clubs. So you can imagine my surprise, my happiness, my joy in meeting and conversing and chatting and sharing information with other Nigeria Spurs fans. And yeah, there's a community and a lot of people are unaware. And so it's really wonderful to have a platform like this to jump on that also expresses the fact that there are other teams in Nigeria that are supported, other Premier League teams are supported, and Tottenham is really, really well supported by some really wonderful people. And yeah, so I'm really happy to be here.
Absolutely. And I mean, the narrative is that anytime you see a Spurs fan in a Nigerian community, they think Spurs. Why Spurs? You know, why Spurs? I mean, I'm thinking, why should I even answer that question? And I mean,
Exactly.
for me, it's not even a thing. So let's not even go there. So please, leave it us. Anyway, so
Exactly.
on Come On You Spurs TV, we're going to be bringing you banter. We're going to be bringing you news updates on what's going on, the transfer rumors, transfer updates. On match day, we're going to have a match day preview on obviously match day post match goings on. I mean, depending on how results go, you know how the forums can be. So we're very much looking forward to that. Chuma and I were talking off screen, off camera about what it's gonna look like on match day, and we kind of looking forward to it in a way because I mean we're not in match day
Very
yet,
much.
and it's sort of you're thinking to yourself, this season is holding so much promise for all of us. We just
Yes.
can't wait for the season to get started. And because of that, we're just thinking, this is gonna be really, really good, really, really good. Now, talking of which, what we're looking forward to for the season, um, let's just do a bit of a quick review, quick preview of what's going on so far. I mean, this so far, what's happening? I mean, we have what the preseason thing going on now. Yeah, it's preseason that started, hasn't it?
Yeah,
And we got some news
yeah,
updates,
yeah.
haven't we? So I think let's see what those news updates look like. Okay, so first of all, Stephen Bergwijn, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
off to
Chuma.
Ajax.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, yeah, I can. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Bergwijn's off to Ajax. Yeah,
yeah.
Steven Bergwijn's off to Ajax. It's I think it's bittersweet, because the reason one of the reasons we're in Champions League this season is no small thing from the fact that he scored those 2 goals against Leicester. Those 3 points were invaluable, and they put us over the edge when we messed up with the games we had in hand. So Bergwijn was someone we liked, but you couldn't really see him breaking into Conte's first team because who
Mm.
would you take out? Especially once Kulusevski arrived and he was like the final piece in that front three jigsaw. So everyone likes Bergwijn. We wish him well. We know he's going to do really well because if he's that good in the Premier League, he was good enough. He would smash it in Holland. The Eredivisie is nothing compared to the Premier League, and yeah, so yeah, it's a tinge of sadness that he has to go, but we understand where he's going for a career and for what Spurs want now, where we're heading to. We need different kind of player for squad depth as well. So he wants to start. We can't start him. So our goals are not aligned.
Yeah, I mean, talking of which, I mean, if you look at the side now, it's a huge change from when we had Poch. I mean, Poch at its as the height of Poch. I mean, like you said, so many matches we went into, I never ever felt we were going to lose matches under Poch. You know,
Mm.
we felt that we will win every match that came our way, especially at the heights. You know, I mean, of course, he had that little blip when we didn't buy any players, we didn't renew. You know, stadium was being built, so many reasons. You know, but we seem to be building a squad now and a team now that it seems to be building a lot of confidence, and it seems to be there's been almost like a someone said someone has kidnapped Daniel Levy, you know, and or has his nudes somewhere, you know, and
Oh,
instead of
true.
making him behave totally against his normal type. By now, we don't even buy players before preseason. Now we have 6 players.
We're still interested. We're still looking.
Oh, we're still
Spurs are
considering,
anticipating.
you know,
Yes,
we're,
it's
we're, we're at the late stage of concluding the deal, you know.
oh,
Final
it's,
talks are taking place. Medical will be next week or next month, you know. Or someone comes and steal the, you know, like the Willian, you know.
I think we're still trying to buy Jed Spence from Middlesbrough, who
Yes.
was on loan at Nottingham Forest. So from what I gather, Daniel Levy is the one leading the negotiation. So you can understand why that deal has not come through
Well,
because Daniel Levy is word on the street is he's not happy with the little clauses that Middlesbrough placing in, and he wants to. He's haggling with them. He's frustrating their chairman and manager equally.
mm,
So it's as a Daniel Levy deal.
that we know,
So
right?
we're not surprised. It's
So
Middles. I feel for the Middlesbrough chairman right now.
someone said there was this little meme going around about Jed Spence deal being completed in 2047.
Oh,
Anthony
I mean,
like 90 years old.
it is. No, it is. It is because it's his typical style. He wants to get because the player is English, homegrown. He wants to get the best possible deal, and that's Daniel Levy. But we're so happy he allowed Fabio Paratici do the other deals early, and it was so quick and so.
So,
It was seamless. It's
yeah,
so like
let's,
for some Spurs fans or a
let's
lot
have
of
a quick
Spurs
look at
fans,
what we
we
have
can't
so far.
understand what's happening.
So let's have a quick look at what we have so far. We have the keeper, Foster
Fraser
on the free,
Fraser Forster, yeah,
Perisic on the free,
Perisic on the free.
Who else do we have? We got Langley. Oh well, it came in late.
We got Bissouma for 25
Yeah,
million.
got Bissima for 25. That for me is is massive steal.
That's that's to me the steal of the transfer window so far.
Absolutely. So we got Bisuma, and then who else
Yeah.
have we got? We got Richarlison.
We got Richarlison, and a lot of people I think placed emphasis on the fact that Richarlison cost 60 million. I don't think Spurs paid 60. I think we paid less, but we have add-ons that will add up to. But we've needed a Richarlison or a forward player that can play front two, front
Absolutely, and
three
that,
for
that
the
that
last
front line is not looking
3-4
deadly.
years. If we'd had this guy
It's
even
looking
under the
deadly.
previous managers,
Yeah. And then who else did we add? We added
exactly.
Langley, right? So
I think
five.
we just added Longley now, and I think that's been the only part of the business that was weird was they were trying to get Bastoni from Inter, and it just kept on. We had the money, but it just kept on ebbing, flowing, and because of that, we're desperate for a left center back. Teams start acting funny, start raising the money, and so. But we got Longley, who I think he's going to be a dark horse. He's going to be one of those players that a lot of people don't respect him or think he's good, but I think he's a really he was on Conte's list, but he just wasn't high up. But
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
he was
there's
on
quite a
he's a
lot of
Conte
people
recommendation, and
who
that
have
man
come up
to me right now can do no wrong.
who've come up with suggestions that maybe Longley has a bit of bad or error prone side to him, and that he might be a bit of a liability. I don't know that for sure, but hey, I'm glad that we have
Mm.
it's almost like a full complement of a squad now. On the right hand side, I mean, there's rumor that Doherty may be leaving, but who are we replacing him
Yeah.
with? I mean, Dead Spence,
So
or I mean, is that
so
right?
yeah, so I'm actually I was actually quite surprised at the Doherty news because for me personally, I thought Doherty was the one that actually got it compared to Emerson. But Emerson has this thing where Emerson Royale has this thing where he's he's a trier. Like even with all the criticism and the guy still walks around with a smile. You can see him trying in training. So I don't know if maybe his work ethic has really, and in fact he's young.
Yeah.
He's young enough to be molded.
I actually like
Doherty
Emerson.
is
Actually,
somewhere.
I like
Doherty
his
has a
vibe,
game he
but
plays,
okay,
and
maybe he makes
it is or
mistakes now
it's
and
not.
again. He doesn't get into position. He's
Yeah, I think he's a positive to the squad. Yeah,
yeah, but I think he gets into the right position a lot of the time for the style of play that Conte likes to play. He likes to get his fullbacks into advanced positions, and you kind of overload the box when you're attacking. You're thinking,
yeah,
so the defender doesn't know whether to go forward or to stay back. So it kind of pins the opposition
yeah,
right at the back, Yeah, so that's very interesting.
yeah.
Let's just have a quick look at the players left behind that didn't go on the preseason with the rest of the squad. I mean, that's an interesting list, and we got so much to say about that. I'm sure. Have a look. I mean, you have the Billy, you have Lo Celso, you have Winks, you have who else have we got there? Uh,
Region, Sergio
Regulon, right?
Regulon. Yeah,
Exactly. So I mean,
yeah.
those
I
were
think,
like
I think,
regular
I
members of
think,
our
I
squad
think, I
at some
think
points.
the first three names you called out, they were expected. Those first three, Ndombele, Lo Celso, and Winks, definitely expected. As you know from the Nigerian Spurs forum, we've had many a back and forth over Tanguy Ndombele.
Oh, Tangi.
So,
Tangi frustrates a lot of people on that forum, right? I
you
think he's a
know,
good
you
player,
know,
but it's not
aka
enough.
aka
Haven't you?
McDonald's, aka McDonald's and Ndombele, aka Mr. Kebab. It depends on the platforms you've been on. They've
I
slandered that guy so much, But
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Lo Celso though. Lo Celso seemed to be good to start with, but seems to be injury prone, and he
yeah,
just something missing. I don't know what it is that's missing with Lo Celso.
I think the physicality of the league, I
Right?
think it somehow affected in the first season when he came in, and then when Mourinho came in. So he literally came in, Poch got sacked, and then Mourinho came in, and then Mourinho now decided to uh, play him central midfield, defensive midfield kind of, and he adapted to it. Then all of a sudden, he just sort of fell off. I think he had an injury, like you said, and
Mm-hmm.
when he came back, he just didn't want to be in the mix anymore. And then watching him go to Villarreal on loan in Spain, and he just turns back into this guy who can actually
Play.
function. So yeah, so it's like you look at it that yeah, it's just not meant to be. We gave him so many chances. There were
Well,
chances that were
think
given to
about
him.
it.
He
When we
didn't take
kind of
them.
buy Lo
Same thing
Celso,
with Ndombele as well.
remember what time we buy Lo Celso? We had on our radar at the time Fernandez from Man U, we had Nabele, and it was a toss up
Yeah,
between
yeah.
Fernandez and Lo Celso. I think we popped up for Lo Celso at the time, and it seemed to be a very good prospect, but for some reason things just didn't kick off for him.
No,
Wink,
I, yeah,
yeah, I think Winks. I mean, we all know a hard worker. I mean, on his day, he can be very good,
mhm.
but maybe just falls that little bit short of the kind of standard that we're looking for. Even though he's a good player, is not a bad player, but it's just not quite right at the top of the game that we're looking for at this point in time. I mean, he served us well, so good luck to him if we do let him go. But if he remains as a squad player, I really don't have any issues around him, to be honest. If even when we need, but we need a big squad for the challenges we're facing this season. I mean, we'll probably need to be fighting on all four fronts, I guess. You know,
Yeah, definitely,
so
definitely.
that calls into play the number of players that we have available to us, and also
Yeah.
obviously how Antonio manages that squad. Tell us a little bit about Antonio. I mean, Antonio is an amazing manager. I mean, if you look at where we were at the point it took us, you know, I mean, we had a bit of a blip where I thought, are we gonna get into this top four thing, you know? And yeah, in the end, it proved to be
Yeah, yeah.
comfortable, even though it has been
He's
the last day, you know.
yeah, there are I think there are like I'd say maybe 5, 6 elite managers in the world. For me, in my opinion, there are like 5 or 6 elite managers, the guys that can come to your club and they can literally grab it. If you give them what they need, they will be able to change the culture and change the football. And Antonio Conte is one of those guys.
Hmm.
We all know Pep Guardiola. We all know Jurgen Klopp. We all know Thomas Tuchel. You know, I look at those guys and I look at them and I see, but I think, in my opinion, Antonio Conte is more special than those other guys because he's proven it now with Spurs. Spurs has, for me, elevated Conte above those men because with Spurs, he's taking a team that he didn't have to buy as such. This is not the kind of team he would have. He's an elite man. He gets everything ready made, or you get him. And he took those guys, and his mission was, I want to finish as high as possible. Then he got to a point, once they got him Kulusevski and they got him Bentancur, he said, I'm going to go for this Champions League place. And he took these guys, same players. And that's the thing that was my brief against previous managers, is the players are there. They're not useless, but they need somebody that has a pattern and a style and can motivate and do all the general of a manager. And Conte is a general. And
Absolutely.
for me,
Couldn't
everything he's done spot on. So that's why any decisions he makes now, Spurs fans don't quarrel with his decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, obviously, that's why we got him, and that's why he's been paid the money, and he seems to be earning his corn quite well. If we just have a quick look at I mean, the Spurs team arrived at Seoul, welcomed by Son. I saw those images quite lovely of Son welcoming his teammates to Korea,
Oh yeah,
and well,
yeah,
we've got 3 more days or 4 days to the next match. Let's just have a quick look at the matches that we've got to play over the preseason. I think the first
of
one
course.
takes place when
Wednesday,
yeah, isn't it
next
right?
Wednesday,
Yeah, so
yeah,
that's
on the
against
13th, in 2 days time.
the
It's
K League
the
team, Team
it's
K
the
League,
K
right?
League, yeah. So it's the best players in the Korean league. Uh, More or less, I would say almost the Korean national team that play in Korea. That's how I'll put it. So the best of the K League, including some foreign players, I think, against Spurs. So that would be interesting. It looked like an interesting game.
Yeah, I mean that's we'll see what. I mean, it's a shame Son can't be playing against us. He probably would have been a better team. Um,
Exactly.
I think the next one I think is Sevilla, isn't it? Or who?
Sevilla, yes, Sevilla on the Saturday. I think that, and hopefully a meeting with our ex boy Eric Lamela.
Oh, wow. Coco is there, is it?
Coco is in Sevilla, so it's going to be a meeting with the old boy
Wow. Okay. That'll be good. And it's on the 16th for that one, isn't it?
on the 16th Saturday, and then I think the
And then we
next
come
week
back
is
into
we
Europe,
come back
right?
to UK and go to, yeah, we go to Scotland and we play
1 second.
Rangers.
Is it Rangers next after that? Oh, that's true.
Rangers next after that, yes. So we
Um,
play Rangers at their home, Ibrox.
wow, that's interesting. So, who have we got? And then after that,
And
we
after,
got Rangers one on the third, right?
yeah,
And
23rd. And then the last game, which is on the 30th of July, is against our former love dearest. The
the great one, right?
as he's known on the Nigerian Spurs forum, the great one.
The great one, yes,
The
yes.
great one.
We very much looking forward to reconnecting with the great one, aren't we? Yeah,
Yes, very
fantastic,
much. Very,
fantastic.
very, very much.
Listen, for those
I,
of
I,
you who haven't been on here before, I mean, please like this channel, um, subscribe to the channel if you click on the subscribe button below, and share with your folks. Leave a comment and on this, and then as much as possible share with folks that are around you. It's great having you guys here. This is, like I said, it's a very very first episode, and yeah, we'll very much welcome your support. And yeah, thank you so much. We're gonna sort of end on this note. It's gonna be a short one. We've
Thank
got
you.
nearly about 20 minutes already, haven't we? Yeah, we've got about 21 minutes. Wow. How
Yeah.
time flies so quickly, when you're having fun. So, yeah, Chuma, thank you
Time
so much for
flies
joining us on this one.
when you're talking Spurs. Yes.
Thank you for
Thank
joining
you
us
so
on this
much,
one.
Sanjeev.
We
Appreciate
very
it.
much look forward to the next one.
Thank
Like I
you.
said, we try as much as possible to be as consistent as possible. So at least once a week for starters, and hopefully many more times in the days and weeks to come. So we're really grateful for you to join us, and hopefully see you very soon. Take good care. Huh?
Thank you. All right. Have a good night, guys. Bye
Have a
bye.
good night. Bye now.